Welcome back to our channel. In our bookstore application, we have created this book service to get all books data. As of now, we are using this outcoded data. In this book service, we are using this injectable decorator. Inside this injectable decorator, we are using this provided in property. In this property, we have assigned root. Now, let's see the definition of this provided in property. You can press F12. See here, we are having this new pop-up window. Click here. This is the definition of provided in property. In this provided in property, we can assign these types. Type of any, root, platform, any, and null. In book service, we are using this root in provided in property. Let's see what will happen if we use other types. So in this video we will discuss about this root and any. Let's see what is the difference in between provided in root and any. Let's assume we have four modules in Angular application. Module 1, 2, 3 and 4. Each module has one single component. It means first module has one component, second module has one component, and one component in the third module and one component in the fourth module. Let's assume along with these modules and components we have one service and all these components are using this service. What will happen if the value is root in provided in property? If the provided in property value is root, it means there will be only one single instance of the service throughout this application, independent of the modules, component, lazy loading, eager loading and anything. There will be only one instance if the provided property value is root. Let's see what will happen if the value is any. If you are having the provided in property value is any, there are two possibilities. First possibility is that we are not using a lazy loading in our application. It means we are loading all the modules and components eagerly. It means we are having eager loading. If the application having eager loading, there is no difference in between root and any. There will be only one single instance of the service in all the components in all the modules. If the application is having lazy loading, then each lazy loading module will have separate instance of the service. Let's see those concepts in real-time application. In our bookstore application, let's create one more service for testing purpose. Let's open the terminal window. I want to create this new service inside this shared folder. So inside this folder, we have to create services folder. First here, let's write the command ng. Here we are going to create service. So let's type yes. Then I want to create this new service inside the shared folder and inside the services folder. Then count service name will be, let's say, counter. Then press enter. You can see here inside this shared folder we have services folder. Inside this folder we have two files. Now let's open this counter service. Here let's create a public property, public, and property name counter and type number, and let's assign a default value 0. Now I want to create two methods. So first method is public increase counter, return type void. Here we will use this counter property and plus plus. Let's create one more method. So copy this and paste it below that. update the method name. Let's say decreasing counter, and your counter minus minus. That's it. This is the very simple service. I want to use this service in home component. Home component is available in public components folder. Let's open this home component. Here I want to use counter service. Here let's create two buttons. Button text will be, let's say, counter plus plus, and copy this, paste it below that, and this button text will be counter minus minus, and save the changes. To display the value, let's use p tag, your counter equal. Let's use the interpolation. Here we have to write the property name. Before that, go to home component. Here in this constructor, let's inject the service here, public and counter service. Now we can use this in HTML file, counter service dot counter. We have defined this property in counter service. See here, we have this public property. Now we are using this property to display the value. Okay, in home component, let's create two simple methods. Let's say public increase return type void. Here we will call increase counter from this counter service, this method. This dot counter service dot increase counter. Like this, let's create one more method. So copy this and paste it below that. Change the method name. Let's say decrease, and here we have to call decrease counter, and save the changes. In the HTML file, let's add click event in both the buttons. So copy this method name from home component, that is increase, paste it here and use parenthesis. Let's do the same thing for second button. Copy the method name decrease and paste it here and save the changes. Here we are having two buttons. This p tag is used to display the value. Inside this home component, we have created these two methods. We are injecting this service here. In counter service, we are using this provided in property, value is root. You knew that we are using a lazy loading in this application. Without changing anything, let's run this application using this command ngserve-o, then press enter. See here, now we are in home page. In this home page, we are having two buttons, and we have the default value is 0 here. Now click this counter plus plus button. The value is increasing. Now click this counter minus minus button. The value is decreasing. Now I want to use the same functionality in all books page. Remember, this all books is separate module, and we are using a lazy loading for this module. Go back to our application. Here, let's copy this code from here. Expand books folder and then components. Let's open this all books component.html file. You can write this code at any place, but here I'm using all books component for learning purpose. Paste it here and save the changes. Now copy these two methods from home component and let's open the all books component. Paste it here. Now we have to inject the counter service here. If you want to inject multiple services in your component inside the constructor, then put a comma. Then you can inject the new service. So let's write public. You can copy it from here and paste it. Counter service. And save the changes. That's it. Now there is no error. Okay, go back to the browser. Now you can see here we have two buttons and a counter value in this all books page. Now click this counter plus plus. Now go back to home page. See here counter value is 3 here. Here we are using two different modules, home and books module, and we are using one single service, that is counter service. In both the modules, we are using provided in root. It means both the modules are using one single instance of that service. That is why we are having updated values in both the pages. Now click this counter minus, go to home page. See here we have the updated value. Let's verify the changes with provided in property value any. Go back to our application. In counter service, instead of using this root, now I'm using any and save the changes. Go back to the browser. In this home page, default value is 0. Now click this counter plus plus. Now value is 3. Now go to all books page. You can see here the counter value is 0. Now let's update the value. Increase it to 5. Now go back to home page. Here the value is 3. In all books page the counter value is 5. It means both the modules are having separate instance for the same service. Whatever change we will make in the home page, that is applicable only for the home page. Now update the value to 6. In books home page the value is 3. This is how we can use provided in root and any in service in Angular 14 application. I hope this video is helpful to you. Thanks for watching this video.